We acknowledge the Wallamatigal of the Eora Nation as the traditional custodians of this place, and we pay our respects to their elders both past and present. For thousands of years they cared for this land and for this place, and we as the Hunters Hill community have a strong determination to do the same. Today is the launch of the flying of the colours of the Hunters Hill Municipality. The colours of our coat of arms are blue, white, red, green and yellow. The ribbons symbolise our determination to keep our local democracy and independence, our history and our heritage and our community. We encourage all locals, including dogs as well, to wear the ribbons, and all locals to place ribbons which are here today on their front fence or above their front gate or above their front fence in a seeable position, because you are making a statement for local democracy. Make no mistake, this community and our council are under a real and serious threat of amalgamation.
The grassroots local democracy has been fundamental to this community since our formation in 1861, and it could be lost if the proposed merging of councils is implemented. Under the proposed mergers, our current local government area could soon be represented by less than one person. Councils across the metropolitan area will become politicised, with the agenda of the New South Wales government driving local government rather than the agenda of local communities. Any decisions about any mergers of this or any council, we believe, should be the majority decision of the local community. And not the imposition of or forced by the state government. As a council and as a community, we acknowledge the need for ongoing review and reform, and we are continually seeking to better serve the needs of this community. Our Joint Regional Authority, or JRA model, with Ryde and Lane Cove councils, appropriately responds to the Fit for the Future local government reforms that have been called for by the New South Wales government. This JRA model is a way for our local councils, the three councils, to stay local, to retain our close community representation and autonomy over our local character and development.
This is not a new issue. This comes up every so often that a government wants to merge councils for whatever particular reason. This one has been a particularly long battle, one that started some 3 years ago with some decisions by government to review local councils. The arrogance which government has shown through this whole process is astonishing, and it doesn't hold well for democracy in New South Wales. There's an overwhelming majority of communities, whether it's here in Hunters Hill or it's across New South Wales. Over 80% of respondents say no to amalgamation. Each colour represents something important to us, whether it's the blue, which is the water around us and our splendid waterways, whether it's the green, it's the beautiful trees and the greenery that we're so privileged to have in our area.
The issue that the Mayor raised of the real and serious threat of forced amalgamations is exactly the reason Save Our Councils Coalition was formed. Save Our Councils Coalition has been together since June, and we are a group of community councillors, residents from all over metropolitan Sydney. All councils have been invited to join us, and many have, and we also have very loyal support from regional areas. We have been actively trying to keep the message alive that all communities want to stay local. If they want to stay local, they have the right to stay local.
Kyle O'Brien is a local resident and patron and director of the Chris O'Brien Lifehouse, which is our new leading, and might I say world-leading, cancer hospital. Gail.
His close community has sustained my family and myself over many years. We've had, like many of us, we've suffered personal tragedy with the loss of my husband and shortly after the loss of my son. It has been immensely nourishing community to my family. It has contributed to my healing and the healing of my family and our well-being. You know, I walk constantly through Kelly's Bush and the power of nature around this suburb. It's just magic. I'm not a particularly politically motivated person, but I certainly do not feel apathetic to this cause, and I encourage anyone I meet to feel the same way. So what we have here is rare and beautiful, and it's a magic suburb, and I hope we can keep it this way. Thank you very much for having me.
We've now reached the time for the ceremony of the raising of the colours. The colours will be raised with the Huddersfield flag and will remain in place until we achieve victory in this campaign.
There is a special place, a place with history, a place where waters meet and people meet, a close community. We want to keep this place a place of peace and care, where children sail and run and ride and play. This is a special place, a place with history, a place where waters meet and people meet, a close community. We want to keep this place a place of peace and care, where fig trees spread, where possums hide, where sailboats tilt, where ferries glide, a special place for you and me.
Ladies and gentlemen, now's the time for all of us to show our true colours, to go out there in our community and let the New South Wales Government know exactly what we think. Let them know exactly that we say no to forced amalgamations, and we do that by showing our true colours. Let's go forth now into our community and make sure that there's as much colour as possible out there to send that very strong message home.
No forced
Amalgamations! No forced amalgamations! No forced amalgamations!
Keep councils local.
Keep councils local! Keep councils local!
Listen to the people.
Listen to the people!
When the waters meet